Hello there, and welcome to the Handshake here on New Vision TV. We are glad you're taking part in this show. I'm Lynn Komjisha, and with me is Paul Busharizi. He's here to help me look at something that he wrote in the papers over independence, on independence actually. That was Monday on 9th. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So you wrote in the papers that what if we had done things differently at independence?
Yes.
We were not there to do things different. Oh, maybe you were there. Were you?
Nowhere near anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I think what I did in the article was to compare three countries. So there was Uganda, there was Kenya, and there was Mauritius.
Mauritius, yes.
They were chosen because of they're almost in similar circumstance. We don't have huge mineral or natural resource endowments.
Yeah.
We're agricultural, all those three countries, and the fate of how they have improved over the last 55 years.
Oh, so that's precisely what you're looking at.
Mm.
But I see you looking at GDP then, and I think now.
Yeah, so what I did was to try and compare what the size of the economy was in 1962 for all these three countries and what it is now. And then, but most especially what they call GDP per capita.
Yes.
You know, the share of the share of the economy for everyone and how it has improved. So at 1962, we were almost at the same level. So maybe we were about $62 per person. Kenya was about, what was it? About 100 and something.
Yeah.
We didn't have per capita for Mauritius in 1962, but we had in 1976 about 400. And how it has, so you can have a big economy, but people are suffering. So one of the measures that comes close to understanding whether something good is happening is what they call GDP per capita. They divide the whole economic output by the population.
Wow.
The interesting thing is that we all started at GDP per capita as probably, who knows, at about $100 each, all these three countries. So today Uganda is about 600, Kenya is about 1,200, but Mauritius is at 9,000.
Wow.
Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get the math.
It was 9,000.
Okay, what does this mean? What's wrong with that?
So what's, I think when you look at our histories, and it was good because Kenya is, Kenya, unlike all the other two countries, Mauritius and Kenya have not suffered any political problems or turmoil.
But they have had a few.
Kenya thing is just a small. We had the whole of the 1970s have been written off, and the better part of the 1980s written off. It's even a miracle that we are where we are. Not a miracle, but you know, it's
we
kind
thank
of.
God.
Yeah, thank God. But it's commendable that we are where we are. But it could have been so much better. So I use the Kenyan situation to show that if nothing had gone wrong in Uganda, we probably would be with Kenya now. But I use the Mauritius one to show that. If your your leadership is thorough from the beginning, from the word go, you have the right policies, you can, you know, take your people to a different level.
9,000.
And the interesting thing with Mauritius started as what they call a monoculture. It had one crop, it was growing sugar only.
Like the whole country?
Yes, that was their thing, sugar. So then over the years they've changed, they went into textiles, they import their cotton, I think from Madagascar, and then they make clothes out of it and they sell. Then they also tourists. That country has right now it has about 1.2 million people, smaller in population than Kampala city, but it has 300 plus 5-star hotels.
Why have I not gone there?
Well, maybe it's too expensive also.
I think so.
But in Uganda we have two.
So?
I think one is for sure. No, I think, yeah, we have two, I think two for sure. 2 5-star hotels.
Hey, we are doing so badly.
We are in trouble.
But we have many resources, we have agriculture, we have amazing land. What are we not doing right?
Exactly the point. And I think that's why we use Mauritius, because Mauritius compared to Uganda they can't talk.
Yes.
But what they've been able to do with the little they have is a function of their leadership over those 55 years.
Yes.
And the increments are very small. I mean, I made a mistake with the calculation, but on average, Mauritius probably has grown about 7.3% a year for 55 years.
Hey.
But the interesting thing also about Mauritius, which is not true for Uganda and Kenya, Uganda's population at independence was 7 million. It is now 41 million. It's gone up 5 times. I think Kenya's population was about 10 million. It's also gone up to about 50 or something like that.
Ooh.
Mauritius population in 1962 was 700,000. It is now 1.2. It has not even doubled in 55 years.
What are they doing? And people...
What are they doing? They're doing other things clearly than reproducing.
Wow.
But I think it also talks to the thing that we keep. I think we've mentioned on this show that the slowing down of the population growth will depend on how the welfare of the people has improved.
Okay.
You cannot. It's difficult to reduce population growth when everyone is poor or the majority of people are poor.
Yes.
But when you get better, all of you, chances are you're all busy.
Working.
And you know the best way to not to have children is not to have sex. So when you're working, you're not having sex, so no children get born. And probably that's what's happening in Mauritius. They've been very busy for the last at least 40 years. And for me, it was just an amazing comparison.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
Mauritius is a small, Mauritius is probably the size of maybe Wakiso district.
And you think Ugandans are going to take that advice?
Well,
of not having sex?
No. They need to get. We need to get. We need our economic. We need to be more developed. It's not a choice. You don't wake up. Okay, well, you can wake up and say I'm not going to have sex. That's true. But the majority of people need to be engaged in something else not to have sex. So you need to get people into jobs, into work, into what, and that's where the factories and everything comes in.
Wow,
Then we'll begin to see a slowdown. By the way, we're already seeing a slowdown in our population growth.
Are we?
Oh yes, we are. And interestingly, in Uganda, our population is growing slower in the urban areas than in the rural areas. And again, people are working in urban areas.
Yes.
In the rural areas, I don't know where you come from, Chiruhura, where? Me, I know from where I come from, you wake up at first light, you dig until the sun is high in the sky, 11, then you stop. So from 11 to 7, God knows what's happening.
Oh God. Yeah. I don't want to know what's happening. So the thing is, well, there's Vision 2040. Is it 2040, 20?
I think 2030. There are all sorts of visions.
There are very many. So I hope we can, they can make a difference.
Yes, hopefully, yeah.
Hey, but 9,000.
Yes, 9,000 per capita.
And for us, we are at
600.
We have a long way to go. Well, that's been the handshake here. He was looking at what could have, happened then and now, and the difference we ought to have made. I think we're still making a difference, Paul.
I'm sure.
Yeah, give us
Hopefully
credit.
It's all positive.
All right. Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.